Good day, friends. Welcome back to the implementation of classes and objects. Today, we dive into the implementation of classes and objects. Now, let's collapse all this. Let's think we have an empty folder here. Then delete this. Okay, now let's create a file. Let's see the way we created it. Okay, let's just call it, create a file. Let's call it class objects, class object.cc. Then we now let's first start from our directives. Our directives include found user file, include IO string or input output string using namespace std. You should be familiar with this by now. Then we create a class. We said I'm going to show us the way we create a class in our previous lectures. So now I want to create a class. We use the keyword class, not capital C, you see, but you can see now it's class. If you are wanting of the IntelliSense, you can come into this, and I told you earlier, you can come into this, you can come into just our C/C++, you see it there. So you have to install this plugin, so you should be fine. So if you're also wondering about my error showing by the right hand side, and just say errorless, in case you have not seen my previous video, errorless, you install it, so your error message will be flowing by the right hand side, just like my phone. This way. Now let's continue. Let's give it a name. Let me call class demo class. Let's call it a demo. That's the name of the class. You can call it anything. Now open the bracket base. Then we see it's still expecting me to put what? Semicolon. Then that is our class now. If we compile it, no issue, but our main class is needed. Our main method is needed. Our main method is needed. Then we have it, remember, still need to return, because we need to put this return because our return type is what? Is integer. So it can be anything. You can return anything, any file, just return something. Then now this is the class. Now if we compile this now, our G++, or you come to this side and click on compile, you can see there's no message to tell us anything. All things work fine. This is the beginning of the class. This is our keyword class to tell us this is a class. And class is also allows us to modularize our code. For example, now to modularize, we segment this code, modularization. So now we have this. Now let's jump to our constructor. You can easily relate, but before then, now let me call this class here. This class is demo class DC. Demo class DC. We can call it this way, or we can also use another method. Another method that's going to show us is that we are going to recording. So, or you can also use this method, demo class DC equal to what? Demo class. Now we already have one DC here, but it's not showing me error here now. But there should be error, and I compile it. That I already have one name declared DC. I'm having another one name here declared DC. So our code, our names must be different. You can call this one DC1, whatever thing you want to call it, and DC2. Then we should be fine by this. Then you can see no problem yet. But now the constructor, if assuming we have constructor here, our default constructor here is empty. The compiler gives us a default constructor. And the default constructor here takes the name of the class by first specifying our public specifier. We have three types of specifier, as you have noted from our previous lecture. We have private, we have private, we have private, we have public. So we have protected as well. We have protected. This one is used in inheritance. We use this one much for if you don't want, you want every variable we declare with private variables cannot exist outside of that class, but public can go out of the class. Protected variables can be used by the even classes that inherit these classes. But don't worry, I'm going to go into that as well later. Then let's come in. Now let's create a variable. Let's create our constructor public. Now constructor public. Then remember, it's going to take the name of the class, demo class. Now we're not passing in anything here. Now let's display something. To display something, by default it's still the same thing. If you run it now, nothing shows, right? We display it, nothing shows. Now let's come here, just here, let's also write, let's display something else. Welcome to class and objects. So let's include our new line. Let's add a new line. If you don't want to use this, you can come here and add /n. /n also will do the same work for us here. So do that, /n, you end it. Yes, let's run it. You can see welcome to welcome to objects. Welcome to, it's showing two times because we have it declared twice here. If you comment it this way, then we run it again. Let me clear. You run it again, and see, we see it one time. Only one time. Now, and let's give a name. Let's give a name to it. Let's just give it a name to really be a string of name. Let's not say welcome. Welcome. Our name is this name. Name is what? Name. Now what? Add our endl for end line, just like our end of the line. Show us end of the line method. So now we have error already showing that we don't have a default constructor now, because once we have now declared a constructor, this will now override our default constructor. That means it's expecting us to pass a name to that constructor. To pass, because the constructor is now taking one parameter. Remember, when we are declaring our function this way, but this is a parameter. Now we want to give it passing the value, the name of the value. You can just say, okay, this is string name. It can be hen, it can be anything. Equals to what? Equals lion, and now come and put n here. Our error disappear. You can see now we are on this code now. And you see is that welcome to class will be lion. Understand? Now you can also even include this. Let's comment this out. Let's just put lion here, because it's a string. We have to put it into our double quote, which is integer. Then you can just put something. You can also declare. I just put it this way. Let's run it. You see the same thing. Okay, in case you are wondering, and just change it this way. And let's run it. You see, it's working. It's working now. So now let's go ahead. The same thing here as well. Let's just make it this one. It's not taking in another parameter. Let's just take in headword. Now we have it. We have it here. We run the program. You can see that we have different results here within an headword. Now, how do we What else can we do? Then in case you want to use another method of doing it, but that one will be DC3 to create the instance of the object. Use name. This is very common. This is the better way in Java to do it in Java. Just this. Then we have this, and this is the noticeable constructor exists to convert from this to this. Require what? Because it's expecting a point. This is like a pointer. Expected to put a asterisk here, the asterisk here, to make it a pointer. Understand? There you now on it now, but don't worry. The third one is a future. It's a future issues. You can see now everything will work, but without asterisk, it works fine in Java, fine, and C#. Now, let's go on. So we are going to be using these two for now. I have these two for now. Now, let's create a second constructor. Let's create the second constructor, and that's demo class. Mind you, you will not set a string. Let's even say string and location. I'm going to say something. Now let's see. What are we going to have error here? Let's see. Can you see? We already have what? It said not to be overloaded. There's no method a constructor overloading here. We want to overload this constructor by giving it many location. So now, therefore, in our next class, we're going to continue again on classes and battery is slow and to plug it. We're going to continue in our classes, not to make it too long for us. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Please subscribe. I'm going to attach I'm going to attach the code and the document. Please, thank you very much. Bye bye.